Hello, my friend. Today we learn English with the inspiring life story of a man who changed the way the world eats. Forever. His name was Ray Kroc, and his journey is not just about burgers and fries. It's about dreams, persistence, and the power of never giving up, even when the world tells you it's too late. This is the story of how one man, already in his 50s, took a small, unknown restaurant and turned it into a global empire. This is the story of how McDonald's became a symbol of American ambition, and how Ray Kroc became the man behind that golden M. Ray Kroc was born in Oak Park, Illinois in 1902. His parents were hardworking immigrants from Czechoslovakia. They didn't have much money, but they believed in honesty, hard work, and persistence. From a young age, Ray was curious and full of energy. He wasn't a top student, but he loved learning from experience. At the age of 15, Ray lied about his age to become a Red Cross ambulance driver during World War I. He was just a boy pretending to be a man, but he already had big dreams. Although the war ended before he could go overseas, the experience taught him one thing: life is short and opportunities don't wait. When he returned home, he began trying one job after another. He sold paper cups, played the piano in bars, and even tried his hand at real estate. But nothing seemed to stick. Still, Ray never stopped believing that one day he would find something big, something that would change his life. During the 1920s, Ray started working as a salesman for Lily Tulip Cup Company. He was good, very good. He could sell almost anything to anyone. He believed that selling wasn't about talking fast or using tricks. It was about believing in what you sell and making people feel that belief. One day, while visiting restaurants and soda fountains, Ray noticed something interesting. People were drinking more milkshakes than ever before. The American love for fast, convenient food was growing, and Ray saw a new opportunity. In the 1930s, he began selling a new invention called the multi-mixer, a machine that could make 5 milkshakes at once. It was revolutionary for its time. Ray believed it could save restaurants time and money. But business wasn't easy. The Great Depression hit America hard, and many restaurants were closing. Yet Ray kept pushing forward, traveling across the country, selling his machines, one diner at a time. He was already in his 40s when most people thought their dreams were over. But for Ray Kroc, life was just getting started. It was 1954 when Ray's life changed forever. He was 52 years old, tired from traveling, and struggling to keep up with bills. But then he noticed something strange. One of his customers in San Bernardino, California, had ordered not 1, not 2, but 8 multi-mixers. Ray was shocked. Who on earth needed to make 40 milkshakes at once? He decided to find out. So he got in his car and drove all the way to California to see this mysterious restaurant for himself. When he arrived, he couldn't believe his eyes. There, in the warm California sun, stood a small, simple hamburger stand with a crowd of customers outside. The sign above it read, McDonald's. Inside, he met 2 brothers, Richard and Maurice McDonald, often called Dick and Mac. They ran the restaurant together. The place was clean, fast, and efficient. Customers ordered food at one window and received it in seconds. No waiters, no dishes, no long waits. Just good food served quickly. Ray watched in amazement as families smiled, kids laughed, and cars lined up around the block. He knew immediately. This wasn't just a restaurant. This was the future. Ray sat down with the brothers and listened to their story. They explained their speedy service system, a way of preparing food quickly, using teamwork and precision. Every worker had one simple task, like putting ketchup on buns or flipping burgers. It was like a factory for food, and it worked perfectly. The McDonald brothers were kind, simple men. They were happy with their little restaurant. But Ray Kroc saw something much bigger. He saw an empire waiting to be built. That night, As Ray drove back to his hotel, he couldn't stop thinking. His heart raced. He was 52 years old, broke and tired, but he had found his golden opportunity. "This is it," he whispered to himself. "This is what I've been looking for my whole life." A few weeks later, Ray returned to the McDonald brothers with an idea. "Let me franchise your restaurant," he said. "Let me open more McDonald's across America." The brothers were hesitant. They had already tried franchising before, and it had failed. But Ray's passion convinced them. They agreed to let him handle the franchising. Under one condition: the quality had to remain exactly the same. And so, in 1955, Ray Kroc opened the first McDonald's franchise in Des Plaines, Illinois. He invested everything he had, and more. He worked day and night, training workers, inspecting food, and building the brand's reputation. He believed that McDonald's wasn't just about burgers. It was about family, consistency, and experience. Ray created a powerful system. Every McDonald's restaurant had to look the same, taste the same, and feel the same, no matter where it was. He called it quality, service, cleanliness, and value. He made rules for everything, from how long fries should cook to how a burger should be wrapped. He introduced the famous golden arches, a symbol that would one day shine across the entire world. But success didn't come easy. Ray faced countless challenges. The McDonald brothers often disagreed with his ideas. They wanted to stay small, while Ray wanted to go big. Arguments grew, and eventually, their relationship began to fall apart. In 1961, Ray decided to take full control. He bought the McDonald brothers out for $2.7 million, a huge amount at the time. It was a risk, but Ray was determined to make McDonald's his own. He wanted to make it not just a restaurant chain, but a global brand. After that deal, McDonald's exploded in growth. By the late 1960s, there were hundreds of locations across America. Ray introduced new innovations: the Filet-O-Fish, the Big Mac, and even the famous Ronald McDonald character for children. He knew that McDonald's wasn't just selling food, it was selling happiness, a taste of the American dream. Ray's marketing genius made the brand feel like a part of people's lives. He once said, "We're not in the hamburger business. We're in the business of people." That sentence became the soul of McDonald's. He treated every franchise owner like a partner and demanded high standards from everyone. Ray also created McDonald's University, where new owners learned how to run their restaurants with perfection. It was one of the first business schools of its kind. By the time Ray was in his 70s, McDonald's had become the largest fast food chain in the world. Millions of people visited every day. From New York to Tokyo, from Paris to Mumbai, everyone recognized the Golden Arches. But behind all that success was a man who never stopped dreaming. Even when his health started to decline, Ray continued to visit new McDonald's locations, shaking hands with workers and smiling at customers. He loved seeing children laugh over happy meals and families sharing time together. Ray Kroc became a symbol of late success, proof that age doesn't define achievement. At 52, he had started over, and within 2 decades, he had changed global culture. However, Ray's journey wasn't without controversy. Many criticized him for how he took over from the McDonald brothers. Some said he was too aggressive, too ambitious. But Ray believed he had done what was necessary to make the dream come true. In truth, the McDonald brothers lacked the hunger to grow. Ray had that hunger, and that made all the difference. He once said, "The 2 most important requirements for major success are, first, being in the right place at the right time, and second, doing something about it." Ray also became known for his philosophy of persistence. He called it pressing on. He said, "Nothing in this world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Genius will not. Education will not. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent." Those words became his life's motto, and they continue to inspire entrepreneurs today. As McDonald's continued to expand, Ray focused on giving back. He and his wife, Joan Kroc, became major philanthropists. Joan later created the Ronald McDonald House Charities, helping families with sick children stay close to hospitals. It became a global force for good, a legacy of kindness connected to the McDonald's name. Ray Kroc passed away in 1984 at the age of 81. At the time, McDonald's had more than 7,500 restaurants worldwide. But his influence didn't end there. Today, there are over 40,000 McDonald's locations in more than 100 countries, serving over 70 million people every day. From one small stand in California to a worldwide phenomenon. That was Ray Kroc's vision brought to life. Ray's story teaches us something powerful. It teaches that success doesn't come overnight. It comes to those who believe in their vision, even when others don't. It reminds us that age is not a barrier, and that every setback can be a new beginning. When Ray found McDonald's, he wasn't young, rich, or lucky. He was just a man with courage, faith, and unstoppable determination. He saw potential where others saw limitation. And he turned that vision into one of the most successful business stories in history. So, my friend, the next time you see the shining golden arches, remember the man behind them. Remember Ray Kroc, the man who never gave up, the man who saw the future in a hamburger stand, and the man who proved that persistence truly builds empires.